Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back. I am Van, and we are all the LFR family. Every single last one of us. 619,000 subscribers, man. We are rolling deep. Feel like a soldier. Clearly, I never served. Never been in ROTC. I can't march. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But we are here because I'm checking out more on Kari Lake. Reason why is because I've been waiting for her and Katie Hobbs to meet up, and not in the alley and fisticuff or nothing like that, but I want to see them debate. I want to hear what Katie Hobbs has to say while in front of Kari Lake, and I want to see how Kari Lake carries herself, because people are believing that she's going to have some type of rambunctious, over the top, rude way of carrying on if she's in a debate, head-on-head, one-on-one debate with Katie Hobbs. I don't think that's the case. I think this young lady is sharp. I think she's on fire. I think she has a lot to say. And I think that people need to stop babying Katie Hobbs as if she's not a grown woman, as if she does not know what she's up against. Like she gets it. She knows that this is going to be a dogfight. She knows that it's going to be a dogfight, but she cannot be afraid to step into the ring and go one-on-one with Kari Lake. She cannot. But anyway, we got Sean Hannity talking to, I believe his name is Sean, but he's talking to Kari Lake, and I believe this will be a friendly conversation, but this will be a conversation that lets me know more about Kari Lake. So that's why we're checking it out. Y'all feel free to comment and, engage and just speak to one another or myself, and just let me know whatever you want me to know. Okay, let's go.
You drew a crowd.
No, I think they came for you. You're running for election. I did offer to bribe them with In-N-Out Burger, though.
Oh, well, that'll bring a crowd.
That was my favorite place.
Welcome to Arizona.
Thank you for soon-to-be governor, right? I think.
I think we're going to vote, right? Definitely.
Nice
I
looking
never
lady.
take anything for granted, though. I mean, I've seen you up as high as 5-6 points in the polls, but I tell every candidate, you have to run like you're behind.
Yep.
It's 2 minutes left in the game, no timeouts. You're on your own 20. You got to march down the field 80 yards. You got to cross the plane, kick the field goal to win. Is that how you're running?
You're speaking my language. My
That's
dad was a
smart.
football coach. And we are with seconds left on the clock right now. We have 15 days left in this election. And we are acting like we're 20 points back. But we've been doing that since day one, because we knew that we have to save this state. And we know from the crowds that we're getting that we are way ahead. We drew 4,000 people at a rally Saturday night. It was a great event. Some of you might have been there.
Right, that's amazing.
And Katie held her biggest event, and I think there were 20 people there.
Right.
So, I mean,
Oh my
I'm not
gracious,
sure I believe all
that's
the polls.
horrible.
I know from what I'm feeling that there's something going on in Arizona, and it's good.
I hope so. Now, I want to go to this quote of hers. It's ridiculous to focus on the border. This is every state now is a border state. It's ridiculous to focus on the border. She actually said that, and she supports amnesty.
Katie Hobbs, man. Now when I guess they're going to tell me in so many words why she refuses to debate, because she probably has a whole bunch of ridiculous takes.
Her plan is to let Joe Biden handle it. Joe Biden is the reason we've gotten into this mess in the
Joe
first place.
does not know today is Monday.
That's right. We have to wake him up in the middle of an interview. Did you see he fell asleep in the middle of an interview?
Yeah. What does Dr. Biden think?
So,
Mr. President?
and then you look at her voting record when she was a state senator, and she voted against the border wall. She voted against the virtual border wall, against the border strike force, which would help protect Arizonans. And she voted against, this is the shocker, she even voted against asking the federal government to reimburse us for the costs that we're incurring. I don't know how she can look herself in the mirror. We have a fentanyl crisis. And I know that she's not talking to that many people on the campaign trail, but I'm talking to people every day, hundreds, sometimes thousands of people. And when you see a mother come up to you and talk about losing her son or father, her 17-year-old son took 1 pill, a 19-year-old son took a half a pill, and they're gone.
Oh
we
my
have
gosh.
to
It is the #1 killer of our children now in the country.
Oh my
And
gosh.
it's coming across that border that she doesn't understand why we're focused on it.
And she's an open borders globalist, let's face it. She wants to take what Newsom has done for California, which is destroy that state, and do the same thing here in Arizona. And that's why I think we have a movement, because people know if we elect someone like Katie Hobbs, we're going to turn into California 2.0. And nobody wants that. I'm pretty safe.
California 2.0. Here's one thing I have to say about this, because I think it's damn near disrespectful to know that these pills are coming from somewhere else, and they're putting all of our people and our residents in jeopardy. But I'm for it. I'm pushing for more. I want it to be even more open than it is right now, even less controlled than it is right now. Have you ever solved the problem a day in your life? You don't do more of the bad thing. You stop the bad thing. And then as things start to get better. I don't get that. I'm trying to understand. Like I'm talking to Katie Hobbs. You are running for office in Arizona. You supposed to be protecting the Arizonians. You guys did a great amount of work to protect Arizona and to take care of Arizona and spent your own monies, your own taxpayers' monies, but you don't want the White House to reimburse you. I don't get that. Like, I'm just trying to hear some things that I would like to hear from her point as well, but from what I'm hearing so far, no, it's not sounding good, Miss Katie.
By the way, you have a lot of Californians moving in. I think there ought to be a rule. Maybe if you become governor, you can get the legislature to pass a rule. You're allowed to come, but you can't ruin the state the way you ruined the last state you came from. That would be... I don't know how you figure that out, though.
No, I will say this, though. The Californians are the ones who grab me at these events and go, don't let Arizona go. We uprooted our children. We uprooted our business. We moved our home.
Wow.
We are here. We don't want Arizona to turn into California. So some of our California friends that moved here, they gave up a lot. Somebody's waving in the crowd. They don't want this to turn in. They fled California.
So here's an amazing thing. If you take a U-Haul from anywhere in California to Texas or Arizona, where we are, in the case of Texas, it will cost you about $2,500 from California to Texas. If you take that same U-Haul from Texas back to California, you'll pay $300 or $400. You're doing U-Haul a favor. If you negotiate, you could probably get it for free.
Probably. U-Haul, which is an Arizona company, they will pay you to get a U-Haul from Arizona to California because people are moving so fast.
Wow.
Let's talk about why will she not debate you?
Well, she's now missed her chance because we had the debate last night, and it aired last night, and it was a great conversation. I didn't yell. There was no antics. She's afraid. There's several reasons. One, she has terrible policies.
It was a forum, though. There's a little difference.
Yeah, last night we just had an interview because she wouldn't show up.
Right.
But she's afraid to defend her policies because they're dead-end, destructive policies. How do you defend wanting an open border when you've got so many fentanyl pills pouring across that they could kill every man, woman, and child in this country? How do you defend that? How do you defend your voting record when you voted nearly 90% of the time against small Arizona businesses when you had a chance to help them? How do you defend tax increases that you were pushing for when you were in the legislature? And how do you defend, I think this might have been the worst bill that she co-sponsored. Can you imagine putting your name on a bill? And she did this. She co-sponsored a bill to start sex education in kindergarten.
What? You out your daggone. No, that did not happen. That did not happen. That better not have happened. Nah, man, that did not happen. That ain't happen. That ain't happen. What? Ain't no way in the world, man. No. No. No.
This is the leftist that we're dealing with. And so she knows she would get, we would bring that up on the stage, and we'd bring up her twice convicted, racist past. She's got a terrible past, and she can't defend it, and I think we just...
She lost twice on the racial discrimination.
2 juries of her peers, yes, unanimously convicted her of racism and sexism for paying women of color $30,000 less than men. And it's always the left accusing conservatives and Republicans of being racist, and really, they're the racist.
Wow. Yo, this information is blowing my mind, man. I don't think y'all really understand. This is blowing my mind. I'm not in Arizona or any of that. But this information about Katie is blowing my mind. She needs to speak up. She need to come to the daggone mat and say something.
So one of the
Wow.
big issues, the Democrats have tried to make this campaign about abortion. Now, I would argue inflation, 41-year high, record high gas prices, wide open borders, a lack of law and order, and woke education versus traditional education are the big issues. In her case, and a lot of Democrats are trying to make abortion. But she is somebody that would support abortion with no restrictions at all. And when asked about it, she wouldn't give any restrictions. So that means she would allow an abortion up until the moment before birth, because that child is viable outside a mother's womb. That is called, where I grew up, infanticide.
Yep. It is truly the murder of a baby, you're right. You know, we got pressured on this by the media. The fake news in this town is horrible. And they were pressuring me every day on the trail to talk about abortion. And I said, look, I'm pro-life. I want to save as many babies as possible. I want to help as many women as possible. They go into a Planned Parenthood, they're given one choice, and that is the worst choice. Let's give women options so that they can choose life. They can find a family that wants to adopt their baby. And then I would say to the press, and you should pin down Katie Hobbs on where she stands, because she's for abortion up until the moment the baby is born and then after.
What?
And they finally did.
And then after, that's not
really proud. I think my
Oh my
pressuring of the
gosh.
fake news pressured them to pin her down, and we got it verified the last couple of weeks. The press finally asked her.
Wait a minute, she's like Northam and supports the idea. Remember the governor of the Commonwealth of Virginia? Well, first the baby is born, and we'll make the baby comfortable. Then the mother will have a consultation with the doctor and decide whether this independent human being gets to live or die.
It's disgusting, yeah.
That's pretty sick.
Her voting record proves it. If you don't believe me, look at her voting record. And her voting record shows when a bill was presented to her to vote on, to save a baby who would survive an abortion, to give them life, to give that baby treatment.
Yeah.
She voted no. She'd rather that baby die in a cold metal tray. And this is what we're dealing with here.
She says she's for tax cuts, but 13 times she had an opportunity to cut taxes, and she did not. How does she say that with a straight face?
I don't know. I don't know how she says. Well, she says a lot of uhs and ahs. Is that how she does?
She does. I've watched her.
That's how she answers questions, Sean.
She couldn't even answer a simple question. How is your relationship with the Hispanic American community? That's a great question. Yeah,
well,
right.
the thing is, nobody's asking her these questions because she's running from the media. She's running from the debate stage. She is only talking to people who are friendly and throwing softball questions at her.
She a sucker.
Meantime, we call it the job interview we've taken on the road. And because she wouldn't do the debate, I think of a debate as a job interview. I think everyone's safe to say, the people are the hiring manager. I'm applying for the job. Katie's applying for the job, and we go and talk to the hiring manager, the people of Arizona. We talk about what we want to do for this state. They know, because they've heard me, that I want to secure the border. I want to make sure our kids are getting a decent education, not a brainwashing. I want to make sure that we have a strong economy so that we can have families who can afford groceries. And
Okay, I have a question. What lies have Kari Lake told so far? Because I believe that all politicians lie. I think all politicians lie, and they have to keep some things secret and away from the public while they handle their business. Now, the public has the right to know. I get that. Okay, I got you on that. But there's still something called confidentiality. There's some confidential stuff. There's some sensitive stuff that we're not going to be made aware of. It's not. I worked for DOD for 17 years. I had to take trainings every single year on these type of things. So I get it. There's some things that they have to hold away from us. But what bad policy, what bad votes do Kari Lake have? I want to know those things. Katie, listen, you're not helping me at all. Like a person who would like to look at everything, the whole, outlay. I don't even know if that's even a good way to say that. Look at the whole thing from an objective scope and really want to hear the truth from all sides. You're not helping. You can't just run with your tail between your legs, because here's what's happening. Here's the reality. You got your opponent on a show that's well viewed, like many people are watching this, and she's putting all of your dirty laundry out there. Now, unless you can stand up to her and let her and the rest of Arizona know. I was about to say the country, but Arizona. Let the rest of Arizona know that your record is better than hers, that they mean more to you than Arizonians mean more to you than they do to her. If you can present your side better, because right now you're getting mopped, you're getting killed, really. And they're not even making up stuff. This is actual record, things that you either voted for or voted against or didn't make any noise at all. And it's unfortunate. This is not how you do things. And this is why I say this daggone country, not only this country, this world is getting soft as hell. Super soft. Y'all are afraid of a fight. How are you going to protect Arizona if you can't fight for them? You got to be willing to fight for them. Why did you even run in the first place? If I was someone who invested in you and you moving forward, I would be pissed. Because I know that in order for you to race, you got to get some donors. You got to get people to back you and pay for you to be out there on the campaign stump. There's no way in the world I will be happy with the product you're presenting to your donors. That's horrible. Step it up. I mean, at this point, Kari Lake said you missed your window to debate her, and I'm sure you're probably happy as hell. Now you're about to get out there and start doing speech after speech, and talking bad about Kari Lake, but you're not going to do it to her face. That would be hilarious if she shows up to one of your daggone rallies, and y'all go toe to toe right then and there.
And gas and vacations even maybe. Get it to where it's that good.
The big issues that are fundamental, I would argue, in every election, beyond inflation and gas prices, and we'll talk about that, then it becomes border security, then it becomes law and order. Everybody wants to be safe and secure in their town and city.
And we're not right now.
And we're not. Right?
And it's a variety of problems. We've got a wide open border, 5 million people coming in. In the last year, 2.3 million have come in. That's not including the gotaways. The gotaways are the people who come in, they want to come in undetected because they have a criminal background. 98 apprehended people on our terror watch list. Those are only the people we caught. Yes, wow. Imagine that. Who's getting through that we don't know about? That's what's scary. And that's why we've got to secure the border and fully fund our police, get all of our police departments fully funded, right?
The other thing that you could have a very big role in is on the issue of education. Now, maybe I'm old-fashioned. I don't think that kindergarten through even 6th grade should be learning about gender identity or CRT.
It's garbage.
I'm old-fashioned. I believe in reading, writing, math, history, science, and computers, and the golden rule. You can teach the kids, love God and your neighbor as yourself.
Yep.
If you're at public school, you can't mention the God part. Okay. Treat others the way you want to be treated.
And we do need to bring God back into our society.
Yes.
I'm just going to say that.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. And teaching these children something that's above their maturity level is, I don't know what we're trying to normalize here, but it does not look right. It looked like we're trying to normalize pedophilia. It looked like we're trying to normalize a whole bunch of children at extreme young ages who are active. When you show children something at a very young age, they become curious. They want to know for themselves. They want to find out. They want to poke around and see what they can get from it. They feel more. That right there, man, I'm completely against. Who's protecting these children? For real, I get it with policy and everybody have a stance and everything, but come on, we got to protect these children. Really.
Our state motto is God enriches. God enriches. And we need to, Katie Hobbs doesn't even want our state motto in the classroom, probably because the word God's in there. And this is what's happened. When we push God out of our society, out of our culture, out of our homes, out of our hearts, look what's happened to America. We need to bring God back. We really do. And so...
All right, we got to take a break.
Man, let me tell you something. Kari Lake, if I was in Arizona, based off of from what I've been seeing and what I've been hearing, I will vote for you. No bull. But again, I asked the question about lies that Kari has told or misleading, I don't know, votes that she might have made or any of that, because politicians, I've been trained up to believe that politicians are not right and they don't have our best interest in mind. But I do understand that at that level of managing some dirt, you have to play in some dirt, okay? And a lot of us won't understand it. We won't necessarily appreciate it. We don't want to have anything to do with it most times. And you actually have some races of people, I'm not going to dive into that, who say, no, y'all handle y'all business. We don't want to have anything to do with it. Matter of fact, we don't even think that voting is those people, they don't even vote. You know what I mean? So because they don't trust in the system enough to feel like they even have a voice, not understanding that they do have a voice. But she's sharp. Kari Lake is sharp. Anyone who says different, please give me some information to back that up. At any rate, y'all let me know whatever y'all want me to know in the comments below. And if you have yet to hit that subscribe button, please make sure you do so on your way out the door. Once again, guys, I'm Van, and now we are all the LFR family. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video, hopefully inside the Patreon as well. Y'all have been amazing per usual. Love y'all. Bye. Okay, how do I turn this off? All right.